Yeah, good morning. My name is Brandon Cichowski, one of the operations chiefs with Northern Rockies Team 2, and today is August 4th. I'm here to give a little operational update on the Whisky Creek Fire and Microwave Tower. So today the Whisky Creek Fire is currently at 934 acres and 0% contained, and the Microwave Tower is 1,311 acres and 84% contained. So kind of move forward, I'll give a little update where we're at first with the Microwave Tower. We're over here on the incident. Currently, we have a lot of really good progress from the crews. Basically, the long where it could bump down into Interstate 84. Everything there is still secure. You'll see on the map there's a couple areas where they're still showing some uncontained fire line, that other 16%. We have anticipation over here on the western side that will probably turn black and contained. Very steep, rugged terrain, a lot of little cliff areas coming down in there. That's why it's taken so long to feel comfortable with that down that area. As we move kind of basically up river and to the east, you see the other piece there right along the scenic trail that's in there. That is still, we're showing that as uncontained. We still are having issues with some rollout coming down off the cliffy, real steep terrain coming down that area. We have resources there still taking care of that, mopping that stuff up, and everything is overall looking good. As we continue around the rest of the fire, since we took over the incident officially this morning, the containment has all been good from the last several teams. As we look on the backside of this fire, we continue what we call suppression repair efforts. On our hand lines and our dozer lines, basically the actions that we took to suppress and take care of the fire, putting that kind of back the best we can from to where it was before we went in with our mechanical equipment crews and hand crews. Kind of doing a little futuring here on the Microwave Tower fire. We still have the night shift out. Our calls are diminishing at night. We consistently have been in the past giving calls in the middle of the night about glows, especially from across the river on the Washington side or on the highway. So we still have a night shift out, making sure everything is still where it belongs and fire secure. Right now we're kind of looking to keep that in place for the next 2 or 3 days. But as everything really starts burning out, all the little pockets, our concern is less and less as we go on, obviously. We'll continue for the foreseeable future as we downsize in our engines and crews to have at least 2 to 4 engines out there for the foreseeable future, so 7+ days, just to make sure everything is staying in the footprint of that fire. So a lot of really good success there, and we're looking to continue success on the Microwave Tower. As we move over here, as we come over to the fire here, the Whisky Creek Fire inside the wilderness. A few other things going on. There's been discussions about the fire. The fire has not moved a whole lot over the last 7 to 10 days. Right, it's pretty much stayed in that 800 plus 900 acre range, and a lot of that has to do with just the fuels. It's a little higher elevation. That mixed conifer just isn't wanting to burn like it does in the lower lands down in here where it has more of a grass component. So as we kind of look at that, we're using a lot of things. We do a lot of modeling. We have a lot of boots on the ground. And as we kind of look at that and the fire's not moving, we ask ourselves, why is it not moving? We do some different strategies. We're still working, as you can see on the map, all the way here into the south. As we move out to the east, we have some indirect contingency lines in place. We continue to work those and ensure that those are in good shape. We need to use them for some burning operations. Those lines getting put in to be able to look at the towns of Parkdale, Hood River, and we're also keeping an eye as it looks to the corridor. But we also have a very decent barrier to spread, and everybody remembers the 2017, the Eagle Creek fire. That footprint of that fire out there does allow for this additional barrier to spread. Not to say if it hits it, it isn't going to want to work through it, but is a barrier to spread, slowing the fire down. So we've taken all those things into account. And as we come in here a little bit closer to the fire, just north of Black Lake, as we come down near the 412 trail, we're coming in and looking in some of this and say, can we have some hand crews and can we start some direct hand line around that fire, since it's not wanting to move, and do that safely. We started looking at that yesterday. We continue to look at that today, with the continued effort to keep the Whiskey Creek fire as small as possible. We're starting that today over here on the east side, and then also on the ridge just north of Tom Lake Mountain, that ridge system that heads to the north. We're also working on, we have a piece that came over into the Herman Creek drainage off of the ridge. We're actually looking at trying to get some retardant in there and holding that piece a little bit better, and inserting some folks, some hella repellers, and being able to cut in a hella spot in there to maybe start getting some people on that ridge line and start to be able to go and direct on that and keeping that footprint small. That is one of the options. We're looking hard at that, because as we look at a lot of this other area that we have, as incident management organizations have looked at in the last 10-12 days now about doing some burning, a lot of that's really not that ready and susceptible. And what we don't want to do is have what we call a dirty burn, something that's going to just sit out there and smolder, cause problems later that the wind can come up and catch. So we still have a lot of folks out here on this, like I said, working up nice and close to the fire today and trying to really see what we can do with it. Kind of a step-by-step methodical approach, if we can get around that fire there, keep it it's small, 900, 1100 acres, hopefully in the long run, and we'll see what Mother Nature gives us for some options to do that. Thank you for your time.